Peace and blessings and namaste to all light warriors, workers, and everything in between. It is I, Sophie, today, and this is a rut roll. Yes, it is. Okay. And it's not so much of a rut roll for those of you who are active followers, because most of the things I'm getting ready to tell you, you're going to already resonate with. Okay. But there are those who are following me for different reasons. Okay. And we call them gang stalkers. All right. And they're just trying to keep a tab on what it is that I am speaking out up against, because it affects them. So if you're one of those, this is going to be a rut roll moment for you. If you are the chosen or of the elect, this is going to be very simple for you. But I am going to make sure that you have the tools necessary to bypass all of the traps that is being laid out for you. Okay? Now, this came about because last night I was going through a chastisement. Because up until this point, I give you inspirational videos. I give you a little bit of knowledge. I give you a little bit of wisdom. Okay. And mainly it's because I've been trying to operate covertly, so to speak. And I've been speaking a language to many of you, but only some of you are getting the language. All right. And now I'm being pushed to go ahead and speak my truth. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I got to do this by myself. And the divine was like, honey, you got plenty of support, okay, and plenty of protection. Go ahead and speak it out. So I'm getting ready to expose. Okay, pay attention. I'm getting ready to expose to you the industry behind spirituality. All right, let's go on this roller coaster ride. Now, to bypass this, I had a download, and it reminded me of old scripture. And that scripture said, having the form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. Oh, God was not happy about this one. All right. So we're going to get into this a little bit. In this realm of duality, we already know that the duality exists with the good, the evil, the Republican, the Democrats, the black, the white, the right. Everything has been presented to you in duality. All right. And I've been talking about equilibrium and why it was important. And what I'm getting ready to share with you is that you need to understand that even in this system of duality, it is affecting the spiritual community as well. Okay? There is an industry behind spirituality. You may or may not be aware of this, because you may think that there are people out here that is gung-ho about waking up humanity and leaping thousands of followers and teaching you, that you can manifest these things. You can manifest this life. You can manifest all of these things, for yourself. Okay. And you're supporting these people. You're supporting them, and you're patiently waiting for your manifestations to come to fruition. First of all, we need to understand some very basic principles first. Number one, the spiritual industry are sheep. Yeah, I said it. Sorry if I'm offending you. Okay? And the reason why I'm saying that they're sheep is that they're all collectively operating in this hive mind mentality, teaching the same things that one another is saying over and over and over again. I told you there was no individual thought within this community, and it's because they are not tapped into the divine. Okay. Now, what you are witnessing is these people, these spiritual teachers that are coming out with this, brand new doctrine of teaching you how to manifest things. And, you don't have to do the work, you know what I mean? That you are going to create your reality, and you're watching them accumulate great wealth. And you're thinking to yourself, well, maybe this is working for them, so I need to support them because they're obviously looking good. And you're not realizing that the reason why they're looking good is because you are supporting them. It has nothing to do with the divine. In other words, this spiritual industry, this beast that started being created, is operating and benefiting off of your ignorance. Now, they are trying to recruit many of you. You need to know what to look for. I received an anonymous email not too long ago, and you can see the typos all in it. It was terrible. But anonymous email from somebody that wanted me to boost my views. And I could buy these certain packages that will make me go viral or look like that I was viral so that I could become more credible for everybody else. Let me explain something to you, collective. I'm not here to look credible. I'm not here to look the part, and I don't need thousands of views. I am here to be the part. I am here to be credible. And to be honest with you, when you are in the spotlight like that, you draw way more attention and way more negativity to you than is necessary. There was a reason why I started off my channel small and has continued to grow very little at a time, because the people that I want connected with me, the energy of this new earth, need to be genuine. Okay? These are they who understand how to maneuver and what age we are really, really in. And these are they that will stay the test of time. They will stand the test of time because they're authentically learning themselves. You remember the movie 300, right? Look how many views I have. It only took 300 of some very serious warriors to take down armies and nations. So you need to know that if you get these type of emails, this is the way that they're trying to recruit you to be a part of this industry. It is a trap. Patreons, I will be showing you this email, okay, that I received about these views. They barked up the wrong tree. I'm not interested in that. I'm just not. I'm not interested in any of that, okay? I'm interested in your growth. I'm interested in your development. I'm interested in your ascension, okay? Now, what happens? You go and say, okay, I need to go viral. I want to go viral. I want to have all of these subs. I want to have all of these subscribers. I want to have all of these. You know, why? Because what ends up happening is you start to get all of this prestige. You start to get all of this accolades. You start to get all of this acknowledgement. And you also start to get all of the devils too. For every level of success that you achieve is always going to be opposition. So the more subscribers that you get that are not in line with you, the more opinions you have to address. And if you get enough of them, they can actually start to poison you down the wrong path. One of us, one of us. Googa gaga, googa gaga, one of us, one of us. You get it? You're not here to be one of anything. You're here to be one of a kind. All right? And if you start to participate in these type of industries that limit the things that you can speak about, limit the things that you can talk about, limit the power, you will be trapped. You're all going to fall into the abyss. Yes, the spiritual community is $1 million industry. It has always been, even with the churches. Don't think that this is anything new under the sun. They just revamped it and made it prettier for you. You have to know what it is that you know, okay? Another thing that they're doing, if they can keep you focused on waiting for something to happen, you're not creating. You're not making it happen. Do you understand? It can become a very big distraction. Oh, next month this is going to happen. Oh, the month after that this is going to happen. Oh, the month after that this is going to happen. And you stay stagnant waiting. Because all you're supposed to do is exist. But the truth of the matter is, if we are co-creators with the divine, we're not supposed to be waiting on anything. We're supposed to be creating during this time. And some of you are in such stagnant energy because of these types of teachings that you don't even realize that the things that you're waiting on is already happening. You don't believe me? Look at your communities. Are you really experiencing the racism that's being pushed out here? Or are you actually watching a lot of interracial couples, families, Are you personally experiencing all this injustice? Or are you living a peaceful life? Are you connecting with like-minded individuals, people that are speaking in high science, high spirituality? Because they're all around. Are you paying attention to the evolution of the animal kingdoms? No? Still waiting. Have you noticed that your school systems are starting to change and implement the arts and sciences again? No? Still waiting. Faith without works is dead. Yes, it is. So your pseudo-spiritual communities want you to sit around and wait on dates and times and events before you can actually get moving. But there was a reason that we were warned against this. We were actually warned against this. Your buddy Paul told you not to sit around and wait on these things and let no man judge you according to what you eat and the moons and all of those ceremonies, because the truth of the matter is Creator is infinite science, space, love is continual. Yes, there are things, there are signs that he puts in the heavens and the earth to keep us on track with dates and events, but it's never meant for you to stay stagnant. Anything that does not move or grow is dead. And that means you spiritually as well. Do you understand? Those of us who are called to be pioneers are movers and shakers. We don't stand and wait. And what exactly are you waiting on? The change that you have been manifesting, creating, working toward, attending meetings. If you are one into politics, going out there and attending and sitting in these community polls and things of that nature, you're already putting the action behind the words. So you're already revamping the earth. But you can't get anything done waiting for something to get done when it needs to be you that is actually doing it. Are we going to receive divine support? Absolutely. But have you forgotten that you are divine? I remember now. I get it. I get it. Because books came out a little later on that taught New Age. So it completely destroyed and negated all of the ancient wisdom of our ancestors who actually ascended and made it to higher levels of consciousness. So what were they doing wrong? They made it. You're still here though. Do you understand? This spiritual industry is billions and billions and billions of dollars out of teaching you pipe dreams, that you want to get like them, that you want to live like them, that this earth has been an injustice to you, and to a lot of you it may have been. But there was no lie ever told when we said the meek shall inherit the earth. But you have to do the work. There is no easy button to this. There is no sitting in front of a vision board and expecting your life to change. Your big brother Tahuti taught you. Man must strive. This is how we evolve. If everything is handed to you, how do you evolve? How do you learn something new? How do you create? How do you expand? There's also those of the spiritual community, remember this verse, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, that want to tell you and others that there's no power here on this earth that exists. Oh, honey. That mentality is taught. It's not experienced. Because those who are teaching this, if they actually did experience the power behind God, the power of their Holy Spirit, they would not be teaching this doctrine, because we know that our ancestors performed miracles. We also know that when we consider terms like the Eye of Ra, and there was daughters of Ra and sons of Ra, and they consider that the Eye of Ra, what they're really saying to you is you are the physical manifestation of a cosmic energy on earth. You are the eyes. You are the witness. You are the ones that are watching the injustice, judging the injustice. You are reporting back and forth. In other words, when you are of the Holy Spirit, you are God on earth, emissary, ambassador. So why would you be equipped to see the eye, to see everything that's going on, and not be equipped with the ability to change it? Somebody help me. Help me understand why y'all are so wrapped up in these numbers, in these views, that you don't even understand your own power. There are those that are teaching and mocking when you say, hey, I can heal, or, I can do DNA activations, or I can do awakening, and they're laughing and mocking and saying nobody can do it. Tell that to your ancestors. What are you talking about? Greater works you will do. If we are healers and we heal energetically and we're transferring chi, how do you heal someone else without manipulating the DNA and the genetics? That's part of healing. Manipulating the DNA. Okay? Getting antibodies, getting things strong enough to purge out energy or purge out sicknesses. That all happens genetically. So when they're telling you, okay, light workers, chosen ones, that you have no power, it's because they don't have any power. And because, see, people will only speak based off of the experience that they themselves are going through. If you know that you can heal, if you know that you can activate, if you know that you can awaken, you shouldn't be listening to them. All you can do is say is, I'm sorry, you don't have that experience with the Creator. Maybe I can help you get closer to Source. I don't know what God you're saying that you're attached to that has no power. You have to have the power, okay? Because most miracles that was ever done or performed on this earth was done through the vessel. The Red Sea parted when Moses lifted the staff. Elisha became a prophet when Elijah passed off the robe or the mantle to him. Lepers, all of that stuff was healed through touch. So either you don't believe that you are who you are, or you're selling a pipe dream. I can't figure it out. I know who I am, though. And you know who you are. So the spiritual community will tell you that you can sit and manifest and create things in the vortex to get things rolling for you, but you have no power. Pay attention. Pay attention. The power will always be with you because the energy is inside you. Okay? You've been in prayer circles before. You've placed hands on people and watched them heal before. You have unlocked and activated people around you simply by being there, simply by the ruach, simply by your tongue, the things that you speak, the things that you say. The spiritual community don't want you to believe that. They want you to believe that you can create your life in this grandiose world, in this material thing. But when it comes down to true healing, you don't have the power to do that. But you have the power to manifest a car. Another thing, okay? Pseudo spirituality, the New Age movement, is being presented as a very, very exciting time. Something that is brand new. There's nothing new under the sun. Get it together. We've done this through eons. As a matter of fact, Patreons, I am going to, I'm working on it now. It's going to take me some time, but it's going to be very heavy and beneficial for you. We're going to go through the arc cycles and the vortex of creation. Okay? Because the earth itself sits in the vortex. And so does the moon. And each and every last one of these planets have vortices around them. There is a way that humanity can create from the vortex. But understand that when we are doing this, we are going back to 0 point creation. Because it's already been created. That's a little heavy. Okay, we'll do that a little later. We'll do that a little later. The pseudo spiritual community is seeking wealth and your stagnant energy. I have said over and over again, anything that does not move or grow is dead. And that is including you. Having a form of godliness and denying the power thereof. How dare we? What God is that? I don't know. I don't know that God. I don't know what powerless God. I don't. Because when we are merged with Source, when we are merged with the Creator, when we are harnessing that energy, we become that. We don't exercise demons by asking God. We exercise demons by becoming God. That might go over a little bit of your head. Yes. Yes. This is how miracles are done. This is how chosens rise and the others fall. The same spiritual community, a lot of them in secret, work magic against the chosen ones. And I'm putting that out there too. I've seen it. Death spells, beauty spells, binding spells, love spells, all of that. See, they say God and Source, but they're not pulling their power from God and Source, because if they were pulling their power from God and Source, they would know that they're not supposed to be touching you, nor anybody else. So now lessons, karmic lessons have to be taught now. We're going to call on Source, deny his power, and pull power from the darkness to attack divine chosen one. Anybody that's divine and chosen know that they're not supposed to be doing any type of rituals against somebody else. That is against divine law. So now, those who have done beauty spells, I want you to start paying attention to your mirrors. Because what you threw out to the divine and the chosen ones is rapidly coming back. We will watch you age and deteriorate until you humble yourself and apologize to those who you have hurt. Those of you who are doing death spells, God have mercy on you. If you're doing death spells on someone else, you're going to receive that too. And even if it's not you that passed, somebody close to you will. Get out of this energy now. It's not beneficial for you. You have been manipulated and brainwashed. The good thing about this is there's always chances. There's always a way to get out of it. There's always an opportunity to acknowledge this and grow. Change your fates. But you, chosen ones, are to be very, very careful out here. Very careful. Because the doctrines, every wind of doctrine that was prophesied to happen during this time is happening, and you're watching it. And if you're not careful, you will be participating in it. The elect cannot be fooled, though. Remember that. And you need to stand firm in that faith. I don't care what background you came from. I don't care if it's Kemet, Ibri, Indian, whatever. It does not matter. What matters to you is the core principles of what you are supposed to be living by. And if you think that there's an easy button out here that's going to allow you to bypass your own growth, your own evolution by not experiencing anything, but just obtaining material wealth off the backs of your brothers and sisters, you're going to watch that crash too. It's been warned. It was not a joke. The meek will and shall inherit the earth. We operate in power because we represent power, because we are partnered with power. And your power is coming from your intentions and your speech. Yes. But those who do not have this power have to pull it from outside forces. And they're using that to attack you, or to try to lull you into the one of us, Google gabba, gooba gabba, one of us. You're not called to be one of us. Your individual and independent thought is very important. You are to study to show thyself approved. Understand what your ancestors left for you, those who made it, those who ascended. They didn't do that by not knowing what they were talking about. The more you hate the same earth that you live on, the more you don't deserve to be on it. And if you're steady waiting for something to occur as opposed to making it occur, you're part of the problem and not the solution. Sorry. We are making the change. Okay? And your reality should be reflecting the changes that you are making inwardly, because you're affecting other people around you. You are healing them. You are activating them. You are awakening them. You are part of God. Daughters and sons, eyes of Ra. Don't let anybody convince you that you don't have any power. Don't you do that to yourself. Greater things ye shall do. Understand that we will do it and are doing it. And if they don't believe that it can be done, if they don't believe that, you have the ability to heal or to activate, then allow them to stay there. They don't need you anyway. They got it all figured out. The ancestors were all wrong. Only the new age science is right. And yet the ancestors are still here, loving and trying to assist them on their evolutionary journey, even though they're being mocked. You need to also understand that if there is an ancestor, or there's an ascended master or spirit guide or something like that that you are working with, if they are asking you for worship, they are not true. The ancestors and spirit guides of this realm who are doing this, who are here to assist humanity, are here to assist humanity into waking up to the truth, to the sovereign creator, not to themselves. Okay? So be careful about that too. Be careful when things get too big. I need for you to understand what I'm saying to you very, very carefully. If you are what we will consider a conspiracy theorist, okay, then you know that when it comes down to anything that is truthful, is going to be subdued and constrained. And anything that is big and massive, pay attention to it. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. Look at your surroundings and keep forward momentum at all times. Forward momentum at all times. Put that action behind their words. Pay no attention to people mocking you. Pay no attention to people denying God. Pay no attention to any of that. You know who you are and what you have come to do. And I need you to do it. I don't need 1,000 views. I don't need viral views. 300, baby. The 300 took out the many. And at least I have that. Do you understand? All right? Having a form of godliness and denying the power thereof. It's a sad case to watch how deep this brainwashing actually occurred. And it's heartbreaking to see and witness your brothers and sisters being lulled away, selling their souls for wealth, not even understanding what true wealth is. But you know what true wealth is, don't you? And you know what it's like to be free. And when it comes down to being free, it's operating in your God-given right to exist, which also includes me speaking in opposition to them. And this is why I am constantly under attack. And it's also why I keep elevating in my consciousness too, because it's actually working in my favor. So, mental alchemy, baby. I'm sorry if that came across very, very harsh, but you need to know this, elect, you cannot be fooled. Do not be fooled. Don't go with these $1 million industries and this promise of something that you're not even watching manifest in your own life. Try it. Go ahead. Yeah, we can create in the vortex from 0 point. How many know how to get there? It's a little difficult. Your manifestations will work when you are in right alignment, when you are righteous, thinking, sovereign. When you stand on the promises that was given to you. Those promises are greater things we're going to do and greater things we are doing. And we are watching our world reshape because of it. We're not waiting. Something spectacular is going to happen. Blessed be. Let it happen. All right? We're all for it. We're not in opposition for it. We're not opposition to it. You know what I mean? All it's going to do is just jump it. But at the exact same time, if you sit around and wait on it, you're not going to get anything accomplished. So it's a distraction to you. Keep your eyes single, baby. Do you understand? Keep your eyes single. Keep your eye on source at all times. And allow your higher self that is already partnered and connected to source to guide you. And stop listening to everybody else. They're important, yeah, because you made them important. It's all about your currency. Watch out for those emails. Watch out for fake accounts, okay? Watch out for a lot of people clumping up, trying to teach you something different. Watch out for the hive mind mentality. Understand that independent thought comes outside of the realm of earth. Let me explain that again. Groupthink happens within the atmosphere of the realms when you are trapped there and your consciousness can't ascend past it. All thoughts are being recycled over and over again. Hence why it is saying there is no new thought under the sun, or no new thing under the sun. But when you have the ability to expand past those realms, that's when you will get enlightenment. higher thoughts. Be careful of those who always paint everything in a negative light. Truth is perspective. Mental alchemy will shift that reality. Process everything that you do in that state of gratitude and love. And the traps, you won't fall in. Abundance, you will always receive. Prosperity, you'll be okay. But understand what true wealth, abundance, and prosperity is. And it is beautiful when it is the ability to change someone else's life for the best. I am Sophie. I love you all. Bye.